Hello, everyone. Let's hit some music. Hit some music for us. Some intro music. There we go. Okay, we're in. Welcome to Dice Legenz. Great to have you with you. My name is Vahit. Great to have you with you.
Yeah, you.
That didn't even make any sense.
That's okay.
Great with you have me.
I'm Vahit. I'm the DM for the show. It's great to have you with us. Today's episode is called Double Cross.
Double cross. What does it mean?
No, one cross, but two cross.
Hey, let's meet the wonderful cast that's here with us today.
Kia ora Stefano, I'm Mon. I'm playing a level 2 Goliath rogue called Reaf.
What is up, my fam? What is up, fellow kids? My name's Truby, and I'm playing a level 2 wizard named Wezley. He's a human wizard.
Hey, what's up? My name is Raylene, and I play a level 2 warlock human named Mihan.
Yeah, hello everybody. My name is Longi, and I play a level 2 paladin. I can say it now. Paladin. That's right.
We knew
were a
that.
paladin.
No, you didn't. You thought I was a fighting confused person, but I am a paladin now.
Agree with
No longer confused.
What?
Hey, thanks to all of our followers, all of our subscribers. It's great to have you with us. You make the engines purr. If you haven't followed or subscribed to us, please do so now. That'd be great. Now, thanks. Let's talk about thanks. Let's talk about Patreons.
Patreons, thank you so much for giving what you can to our cause, the cause being our show. And also, just want to acknowledge that there have been, our Patreon community has really grown over the past few weeks.
Whee!
So excited to see. Thank you so much for giving to us. It really helps us do this awesome thing that we love to share with you. So, yeah, thanks a lot.
And our Patreons get a discount in our
Merch, which there is new Outcasts of Ātukaan merch coming next week. Also, keep an eye out on the shop if you want to, I don't know, if you want to look fly, that's all. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sure.
And we are very, very fortunate to be supported by some sponsors that we love very much. We have partnered with them because we believe in them and they believe in us.
You.
Tell us about
BD&D, yes, our friends, if you're like me, sometimes lost in wanting to know where to start or how to start in the world of D&D, look up BD&D because they got players' handbooks, they got dices, they've got paints which can pretty much bring any landscape, dull landscape to life. They've got Magic of the Gathering cards, board games, and just much, much more. Really just encourages you to get together and explore. That's it.
and the discount code.
Dice Legenz is all you need to know, and you get 100% off. Not just I'm kidding.
We're in trouble. And of course, one of our other awesome friends is D20 Collective. They provide so many hella dice. It is now July, so they've got some new July releases, and they are limited quantity dice as well. So if they're gone, they're gone. So go to their website, check them out. They've also got some subscriptions too. So if you subscribe, you can get new dice every month. How cool is that? And we've got a promo code for you as well. So if you put 10 legends into the checkout, then you could get a discount. Shalalala.
Upon would you forge the most exciting D&D or novel backstory and world upon the World Anvil?
That's
The ultimate online tool for creating your settings. I know this as a user of World Anvil. Vahid used World Anvil
I did.
as well to create the Ātukaan and Arumia settings.
Ātukaan.
The Ātukaan, yeah. They have all kinds of tools for you to use, all kinds of article linking, player sharing resources. It's great, and we encourage you to use it too.
Wonderful. Thanks very much for everyone who's supported our show. Much love to everyone. I think it's time to roll the titles.
Go on.
La, 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 la.
Okay, we're back. We are
Crispy
back.
chicken.
Did you know that Pringles is not actually potato chips?
Ronnie, not now.
Sorry. I heard the word crisp. I started thinking about the word crisp.
Ronnie, not now.
Okay, sorry.
Nah, now.
But yeah, isn't that crazy? They're not potato chips.
What are they?
They're crisp. They had to relabel the name crisp because they weren't categorized underneath potatoes. They're made up of a mush of other things but potatoes.
Anyway, let's move on.
That was crisp.
All right. Before we find out what's going to happen in this episode, let us cast our minds back 2 weeks ago
Oh,
to
no.
what happened in the episode 2 weeks ago. And for that, we have Raylene. Truby has had the crown for a world record
A long time.
5 weeks.
Heavy is the head.
Oh, shut up.
So well.
I'm trying.
Come on, Raylene.
With the new music, the
My
My
pressure is
favorite
on.
part is
you.
not that obviously I'm sustained by the joy that I get. It's how much Mon hates.
The loathing that keeps him
And I hate
alive.
that I hate it.
And I love that you hate it.
All right, here we ready? Tasi Lua Tolu Fa.
We begin underground where Ātukaan has been taken captive by the Dorgu. We try and trade him back and try and even give them his sword and whatnot, but Ātukaan didn't like that, so he broke free and he started running. So we started chasing through, and they started chasing us even. Mihan falls into a ditch, and then she overkills these Dorgu with some newfound power. With their son Heather thingy, they go back to Debakin, and Debakin makes the potion. And he uses a familiar black liquid into that. So we got the potion, and then we go back to heal Daddy Walthonian. But Reaf Wind, we see young Reaf and her friend who gets mugged by Tony, Boney, and Sony. They absolutely killed. But Debakin says in the future, actually in the present, that you got it all wrong, Reaf. That she's actually still alive, and Daddy Walthonian is better. And the thugs start attacking Daddy Walthonian, and we gotta protect. Oh my God! Did I do it? Did I do it? Did I do it? Did I do it?
Voting. Tasi Tahirua Toru Fa.
Oh my God! I did it! Finish him! Fatality. Oh my God!
was good.
And even the pose.
Oh my gosh! It needs to go. What?
There will come a time
Here we go.
when you feel most comfortable wearing the crown that someone will take it from you. Remember these words.
As long as it's not you. Sha-la-la-la.
And the sunglasses is such a nice look.
Sha-la-la-la.
It
Heavy
don't
is
fit
the
on my
head.
head.
You're just a little head.
I've got a little head.
He's right.
I can
Little
use
head,
it.
big brains.
Done, Raylene. I was really impressed by
Oh
that.
my God.
And halfway through,
Ooh.
when you said Sony, Boney, and Tony with flawlessly, I was like, oh, she's gonna nail this.
And gymnastic land.
Yes.
All right, let's get into
That
this
was
baby.
very good.
You know what? I'm gonna be so annoying and just put it on the floor and not even wear it.
That's right.
It hurts, don't it? Thanks for
Real
believing in me.
Queenstone
You're like, Wezley without the crown now. It was such a part of him.
Okay, here we go.
Thanks everyone for believing me.
Let's get into it. 1, 2, 3. Let's get some scene-setting music. So, Wezley and Ātukaan are upstairs. Wezley's father is still in bed, but a halfling thief had broken through the window and was repulsed by you, went flying out of the window into the waters below. Downstairs, Mihan had opened the doors and seen that a bunch of thugs were descending, encircling the house. Across the water from near the house, approaching the house, intent on slaying Lord Walthonia, is Reaf, walking her dog, Brex.
Bruno and Rex.
And so, if we can have some ominous music, and please, and display the scene before us. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to manually put the upstairs, whenever we're doing the upstairs, in the middle of the scene, and then take it out when we're doing not the middle of the
This
scene.
is the house?
The house is here. We have Mihan in there, and we have a bunch of thugs descending, surrounding from around it. Okay? One has flown out of the window.
Watching.
One flew out of the window and went flying splush into the water. Actually, I think we said it went splush into the water down there.
For a splash.
And that is what you know right now. Are we ready to get into this thing?
Let's go.
I guess so.
Okay. And Reaf, you're on.
Right. Reef is very confused that this is kind of mucked up with her plan a little bit. She shakes her head and she comes out of some kind of trance and she looks over to the guy who looks suspicious and she just gets her dart out and 18 plus 4.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's
Ugh.
crazy.
Look, he did look suspicious. He had a blade pulled out. He was ready for something.
Yeah, it's just a gentle 3 damage, but it was poisonous. So I don't know what you want to do about it.
What am I gonna do about that?
Do bad.
I'm gonna roll a dice.
Okay,
He fails.
good.
He's called Two Blades.
Two blades. Is, oh my god. Even in Arumia, we have a 2 blades.
Yeah,
Wow.
2 blades. Okay, Wezley.
Wezley stands over the figure of his father,
His father. Yes.
freshly assaulted
Yes.
by an assailant who I counter-assaulted out a window.
Yes.
I see Ātukaan there. Wezley is kind of looking around the room and then his eyes fall on Ātukaan and he says, "Keep my father alive and consider your debt repaid." And then, Wezley will go over to the window and he's looking out and he is just tracing for enemies. He's maybe looking for the person that he just seen.
Okay, perception roll then.
Okay. 6.
Look, you're befuddled. It's getting dark. It's getting dark. You can't see anything at all. I'm sorry. You can't see anyone else. Mihan,
So Mihan has just opened the door,
open the door.
and she sees.
You
so I
can you see 2 people
of-
across there.
And then is that person?
You can't see that person.
I cannot see that
You
person.
cannot see that person.
All right, so I look over there, and Mihan goes, "Ay!" and then she closes the door again. And she goes. Whereabouts are the stairs?
The stairs are right here.
She goes over to the stairs, calls up the stairs. We've got company, and she just tries to hide.
You try here. Make a stealth roll.
Yeah, all right. So maybe I'll find a closet or something.
Sure.
Nah, just
There's this handy collection of brooms and things. Yes, they look like weapons, but they're actually brooms and things that you try to hide behind.
It's just an 8.
Yeah, excellent. You're terrible. Ātukaan,
Ātukaan
you're
is
upstairs as well.
upstairs. Yes. Nods at Wezley and agrees that yes, and make sure that Lord Walthonia is still okay. Because, excuse me, Your Grace, but my mama always told me wherever there's one rodent, there's bound to be another. And then, like, he kind of looks up towards the ceiling, like listening out to see if anyone's on the roof.
Perception roll as well, and you draw your sword. Yes.
12 with a 6, 18.
Listening. You hear the splashing in the water down below. You hear Mihan's voice. You don't hear anyone else above you. Okay. Mihan, the door is kicked in. Boosh!
Boosh.
And a guy comes in looking for you. Needs to beat your incredibly
8.
high stealth roll of 8. Does no problem and kicks over the things, creating a barrier, an obstacle between you, and pulls out a blade and says, "Where is he? Where is the Lord?"
Where is who?
The one
It's
with
my
a
house. Just
with
me.
with a needle in his neck, pulls it out and charges you. Runs over to you, sees you, goes, thinks better of it, and runs across the bridge. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and runs across the bridge.
I reckon I think it was me, but it's probably the dog behind me. Scary little dog poking its
I
head.
think it could be you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. And while going over the bridge, though, he does say, "There's a giant over here!" And a woman with a bow comes and hides behind some rubble. Crouches down and trains her bow on you, ready to see what's going to happen. Wezley, an arrow from this building comes out of nowhere. You didn't know it was there.
Come on.
Because your perception roll was
6.
you didn't see it? So
Sucks.
she gets advantage on her attack. She rolls a 15.
Yeah, it's a hit.
It's a hit, which means she gets sneak attack.
Oh, my body.
Oh no.
12.
Oh.
Wezley, I think it kind of like catches, like just really like cuts through his neck, and he's like,
Oh my god.
and then he kind of just hits the ground, and he kind of feels like his vision just like it just wavers. And he, not now, not now. And he hits the ground.
And you hit the ground. Wezley's father says, "Son!" Turns to you, Ātukaan, and says, "Give me a sword, I will not die empty-handed." And he tries to pull himself up from the bed and reaches out for something.
Ātukaan grabs his hand and says, no. You are in no state to move anywhere. Stay right there, and then... Is it my turn?
Not
yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
And he gets up and he crumbles to the ground, and he kind of commando moves over to you where you're bleeding out.
Can
Oh, wait, dog. The dog, you do not control the dog.
Oh.
You don't have it trained. You fed it once and kind of made it a friend. That doesn't mean that you control the dog.
All right, but I am holding it, so let me know.
You're holding it. The dog, seeing someone run, goes, "Playtime."
What? Say?
No.
Oh, he's so scared.
But its heads move over to the running thief, and it pulls on the rope.
Oh, I think it slips right in my hand.
You
I think
let
I
it
wasn't
go?
expecting it. Yeah.
And it runs, and its two-headedness charges, and oh my goodness. Kaboosh! And they both go sprawling into the water.
Oh no, Rex!
Knocked into the water.
Dogs like water.
Yeah, you know what? I respect that. Not doing what you feel like doing, so Reaf runs. I reckon she, I don't know if she might be aware of this, but she doesn't actually really care. She's gonna run and she's gonna try and leap onto the boat to try and push it towards the edge of this vicinity.
Athletics roll.
A 2. Inspiration.
Sure.
So early in
We've
the
been
game.
going for 2 minutes, and you're playing.
1. So let's go for a 7.
Yeah,
7.
still good.
not too
Okay,
bad.
you land on it. Your weight casts it up like this. Boosh! It capsizes. You go sploosh into the water. Boom.
Great.
Roll a 12-sided dice to determine how deep the where the tide is.
5.
5. Mid-tide.
I'm sorry.
That's not even a
12-sided dice. I
Roll a
apologize.
12 for us, please, and with one of your new ones from
11.
Oh, high tide.
Oh my gosh.
No.
You got me.
Right.
Is high tide still like high though on a Goliath?
on a Goliath, we'll find out next turn, won't we? Wezley, life or death save.
Oh no. Do you want to use this one, the big one?
Oh yeah, we've got this special dice that D20 Collective sent us.
Oh my gosh.
This is specifically the life
Come
and
on,
death.
baby.
Oh my god.
13.
13. That's a good one, right?
Let's put it here where people can see its beautiness.
It's very pretty.
Wezley kind of like feels himself drifting out of consciousness, but he's still clinging on by one finger of willpower.
I reckon once you almost die, your life force goes into this dice. Do you know what I mean? It looks like that's where your life force is.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mihan.
Mihan's hiding spot gets discovered. She looks right at the assailant and goes, "Get away from my house!" It's not her house, but she goes Eldritch Blast on him. With 15.
Yeah, it hits.
15, all right, so that's a D10 plus charisma. 8 damage for you, and then you are repelled 10 feet back.
Let's go.
Okay. Boosh. And it's not enough to send him through the wall, but the walls are pretty rickety, so it puts a big hole where his elbows impact with the wall. A whole plank gets knocked off.
Because I don't have anywhere else to go apart from upstairs, I don't really want to go upstairs. I think, can a bonus action be to kick the barrel a bit closer to him?
Do it.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Go ahead, move it where you want it to be.
Yeah, so it just kind of traps him a little bit more.
We call him Tribano.
Ooh.
Trabana.
Okay,
Yes.
Ātukaan.
Yo.
Ātukaan, you are upstairs. Truby you have 2 that are on the ground now. The father moving towards the sun, who's
Ātukaan
bleeding out.
Would love to move closer to Truby, to Wezley, and immediately, whilst keeping an ear out for anyone else coming through. He would like to do lay of hands if it's possible. Just wanted to.
Do you have any of your juice left on lay on hands?
I
Can't remember if you've used it before.
I haven't.
I don't think you have.
No one's,
so.
no one's
Great,
ever
you
been
can.
healed by him.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
you get, so it's 5 hit points times your level is what you can.
5 hit points. 10. Really? 2 times 5. 10.
Yeah, you can do 10.
Okay. Well, sweet. So Ātukaan kneels down as he's saying Mataza Karakia, as he says Moketi, now more than ever. And then, and it hopefully brings back a bit of healing to Wezley. And immediately wants to stand shield ready up against the window, just to kind of shield any more arrows that may stray through.
Okay, and you block the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. That's a cool idea. Excellent. Thank you. Do you know what? The power of Muketi is definitely returning. Okay, that was nice. I just want to make sure I had that right for how much.
Lay on hands?
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Cool. Great. Another arrow shoots from the building across the way into the window, going for you. You've
Shield already in front of
okay.
me, and I'm just looking through the crypt, the kind of that part of my
sure.
shield, just to kind of trying to.
So we're going to give you an extra +2 to your armor class.
Okay.
As her shot comes and she gets a natural 20. She sees the little hole and trains it on it and goes phew, and right through. Kaboom!
Oh no.
She wasn't able to hide and do a sneak attack, but it is double damage.
Oh god.
You take 10 hit points damage.
Oh, yeah, Ātukaan feels that as he winces, clutching, and he's almost like thinking to himself, that was a stupid thing to do, but holds his ground as he sees the arrow embedded, snaps off the end, and just leaves the arrow inside his chest there, side of his chest. Damn.
Okay. Reef.
Hey.
This woman sees you and you've gone into the water, and she takes a pot shot at you. You're underwater, so it's at disadvantage. And an arrow, you hear the and it goes past you in the.
Yeah, I think. Oh no, sorry.
And in the house, Mihan, you now have 2 people to contend with.
What?
And they crawl over the barrels, at least try to, making a simple acrobatics roll.
Okay.
One of them, the one who's been wounded, falls and stumbles on them and
Nice.
doesn't make it to you. But the other one comes and does 2 dagger blows.
Oh,
Oh no. This might be it, guys.
definitely
Gets a 7 and an 8. I got
Woo.
very bad rolls.
Miss.
You are incredibly fortunate. Reef.
Yeah, great.
Oh, sorry. One more thing.
Absolutely.
The dog.
The dog comes to the surface, paddling, and leaps back up onto the nearest platform.
Does he have a
and-
severed arm inside his hand?
Exactly.
My
And
God.
goes and shakes, and all this water goes off, and it turns around.
Good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
Good love it. Okay, Reef, seeing the arrow go past, she knows that she has to be quite stealthy, so she slowly emerges up only in time to put the dart blower in her mouth, and then she sinks back down to the water, just leaving the tip of the dart above the water as she uses her double dash swim to try and get to the edge. She wants to get to the edge and jump up. She wants to get to the edge without being detected, and then she wants to jump up, and I'm not sure if she'll have time for that. but
Excellent.
yeah, cutting action. Can I
Yes.
get on there?
2, 4. Yes, you can. You
Okay,
kick
great.
off underwater.
Yeah.
And boosh up.
I'm up.
Okay. Nice.
That's what I like to do.
That's what you've done, and you've got your blow dart ready to go, and you're right next to the house.
Aye, great.
You can fire it, right?
Can I fire it?
Yep, you can. Okay, go for it. She doesn't know you're there. You get to do sneak attack so you get advantage because she doesn't know you're there.
Yes.
It's a bit better. Okay, great. So it's 12 plus 4.
You hit her.
Great. And then do I get to plus a 1d6 because it's a sneak attack, or did that just give me?
No, you do your normal damage,
Yep.
and then your sneak attack is an extra 1d6.
Any attack
Gotcha.
roll that you have advantage on, you can apply sneak attack to.
Oh, thank you. Oh. It's 6 points.
6.
Can someone please pass me the dice? What should my dice are filthy?
The dice chainer.
Filthy roll.
Watch him on!
With a bit of water.
Bliss up.
Her name's Shell. Okay,
Shell?
you get Shell.
Shell of a human.
Now,
Oh my god.
Wezley finds himself suspended in a darkness. And he panics at first, but then he realizes he's heading towards the gate of death.
No!
And so while he feels deeply despaired, he's also excited. And as he's kind of like moving through this blackness, he suddenly feels this like he's hitting a wall of glad wrap. And he can't go any further, and suddenly he is just launched backwards through that darkness. And, and then he looks up into the eyes of Ātukaan. He's like, "Oh, thank you, good boy, good man."
You're welcome.
Okay, and he's like, and then he kind of uses that outstretched hand to kind of like pull himself up, and then he kind of feels that neck strike at his neck and feels it's kind of healed, and he's like,
But it's slick with blood.
Ooh.
all right, we can use this. And then he wants to go over to the window.
Make sure we stay low.
And then he wants to see if he can see whoever it was that did it.
Okay, make that perception roll again.
Okay, great. 6 again.
You just can't see her. You have no idea where she is.
Okay, and then he wants to go back down.
And hide. Mihan.
Mihan is stuck in a corner, but she remembers that she's a little bit more powered up because of.
I forgot.
That's all right. I forgot too, but I have remembered now. And then she looks at the person right in front of her, and she kind of does a twisted smile, and she says, "Your grandfather is asking to talk to you. Do you want to know?" And then she starts whispering, and her eyes go flutter, and it's all white as she speaks the words that her that person's grandfather is saying. And she casts dissonant whispers, which is you, actually.
Yes, which will mean because you're empowered, you got this power through you. They'll have it at disadvantage,
Boom, boom, boom.
and they fail.
Let's go. 3d6 damage.
did.
10, 11.
Who was that you were attacking?
The one right standing in front of me, not the one who stumbled.
And clutches its head.
It's not easy knowing that you were a disappointment. And do I, as a generation
The
from
death of disappointment.
You formed a core wound.
movement-wise, maybe I'll go upstairs and
go
run away from
upstairs?
this guy.
Okay, and you come upstairs and you appear
Around here,
at the back behind Ātukaan.
and she says, "Boys, what are you doing? Boy, you look horrible."
Get down. Whatever you do, stay low.
And she's down.
And as Ātukaan is saying that, he looks over to Wezley and goes, "Wezley, I'm going to hold up my shield. I think there may be someone across the other way. Can you see them?" He's trying to see if he can work together. If you see the reflection in his, and then maybe you can ricochet some spell off him and straight there. Kind of like mirror. Kind of thing.
Okay, all right.
So he's just kind of,
Love it, sure.
Okay.
without getting anywhere near the window. He goes, "Can you see them?"
Tilt it.
We're gonna do we're gonna do an intelligence roll to see if you can get the angles right.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep. Come on. And all things. Can I use inspiration?
Of course you can.
Yeah.
Come on, inspiration. Come on. 6 plus, what is it?
Intelligence?
Intelligento.
Oh, you dumb.
No. Boy, you we go. Yeah. Damn it. Maybe you're not on this round. You can't see it.
Rebounds back.
Okay, Ātukaan, if we're going to do this, you have to use the shiny side of your shield, alright?
Yeah, I should have thought about that. Yeah.
Your father says, he said, "You're okay. Give me a weapon.
I look at Wezley as if.
And Wezley looks around the room and doesn't really see anything. Father, I don't have anything that you might be able to defend yourself with. I'm sorry to say. Are you sure?
Is there a table nearby?
There's a table.
Can Ātukaan just break a leg on a table then, please? If that's
Okay, yeah. Maybe next turn.
Ah,
Next turn. Both of you, all three of you hear something land on the roof above you.
whoa.
And Reaf, the woman across the way, hides.
Of course you do, you sneaky.
She hides, and yeah, don't know where she is. Well, the dog starts licking its chops and gets stuck into this horrible trophy that it has.
Oh, nice.
Fair. He's got to leave them to his
Yeah, leave it.
devices.
Oh no.
Let's see if you're aware of the small halfling thief that got catapulted out of the window. Let's see if you recognize it. I think you do. He doesn't do a good stealth roll. And just behind you, this halfling comes up and charges you from behind and tries to short sword you in the back. 22.
Oh, yeah, that gets me right in the booty.
3 hit points.
Oh, I'm not very happy about that. Great, is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Oh, great. I feel the knife piercing, because I think that my back would probably be my booty for the halfling.
yeah, for sure.
And I'm pissed off because I just bought these trousers! And I reach down and I grab his arm and I honestly just want to try and biff him into the water.
Okay. Wow, violence. Bam!
Plus my strength,
Yes.
It's your athletics,
Winning.
right?
Yeah, athletics, yeah.
23.
No problem.
Great.
The halfling was going to make an opposed strength roll, tries to get away, completely useless.
Yeah.
Ah!
No.
Smack into the boat.
And into the water it goes sailing, goes sploosh
Right.
into the water.
I'm double dashing up the stairs.
Okay, and
Well, there's a person there.
Oh, great.
okay, you run around, you go dash, dash, dash. Make an athletics roll to go over the rubble that that Mihan has put in the way. Acrobatics, sorry.
10.
Yep, that's all you needed.
Okay.
And you come straight to this, he's charred with eldritch fire. He's creeping slowly up the stairs and sees you and turns his attention to you, sword out. That's your turn done.
Great.
Wezley.
Wezley sees. Wezley has another little peek up on the windowsill, and he's trying to find this assailant who's firing at them. He's pretty sure he heard his sister, actually. But yeah, he's looking out the window. He feels a lot safer knowing that Reef's in the vicinity. But his eyes disappear above the windowsill, and he's looking for this person.
Okay. Yep.
roll?
Yeah, go for it.
2.
I'm sorry.
And then back down. And then says to the other two, it's I'm pretty sure I hear some pretty. No, I wouldn't hear the footfalls. I'm pretty sure I heard my sister scream at someone just now. I think we should be okay.
Hello.
Mihan.
That bed. Is it possible to move there and then push the bed down the stairs?
Yes.
Yeah. But before I do that, I want to catch a cockroach that was flying in the sky, flying around, and then whisper into it, and then blow it down the stairs, and it lands on this guy here, and it crawls into his ear, and as a bonus action for my hex.
Okay, that's your hex. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a bonus action. And then after that, Mihan goes for the bed.
And pushes it down.
As for action and movement.
And a bed comes and creates a big obstacle. Boosh, as it falls
hit him?
down. Well, why don't you make some kind of strength roll?
Yeah.
Weird roll.
Oh! Natural
No,
one.
no, it just gets stuck. It gets stuck in the doorway and doesn't even fall down the
And she
stairs.
goes, "Aye," and she swears in her language.
But it creates a barrier.
Yes.
Nice.
I have locked them out.
Ātukaan.
Ātukaan loves this idea. He sees this bed sails down the stairs, and he thinks surfboard. So he then he wants to run out and literally wants to leap and pretty much stomp onto the bed as it hopefully lands on the person. That's, at the bottom
Okay,
of the stairs.
athletics roll.
Okay.
You're good at that.
Natural 20, baby! What's up? What's up?
I swear he's gotten some of my luck. Yeah.
It's an alley-oop, right?
Yeah.
She threw it up,
So
and
he just like almost somersaults into it and creates more momentum.
you go sailing down.
Almost just like.
That's definitely D2 plus strength. So odds is 1, evens just roll any dice.
Okay.
Odds is 1, evens is 2.
17.
So that's an odd is 1 plus your strength modifier.
Strength
Modifier.
plus 2.
So 3. You do 3 hit
Is it
points.
double because it was a crit?
Yes.
Yes!
So roll it again.
Odds again.
So
Plus
another
2.
2.
Another 3. Yeah, 6.
So total
Boom!
4.
And as he lands, like almost like with a thump, and he looks up and he sees Reaf and goes, "Oh, you're here."
Does my hex add damage to that? Or
What does the hex
I
do?
think it's when you
I hit
damage
it. Yeah?
And Reef, you'll be pleased to know that he is pinned against the wall. He can't move anywhere.
Great.
And Ātukaan is above. He can't move at all.
Your best friend.
Great.
Everybody's upstairs. They're waiting for you.
Hi, this guy.
The person in question who's just been pummeled.
He's been embedded.
Embedded in the wall. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Well done.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Wow, that was good.
We need a.
He can't move at all.
Oh,
So
your
he
greatest
pulls
hit.
a knife out and goes flicks a knife for you.
This guy?
This guy.
Off-handed knife hit.
Nice. I don't want to
Professional mercenary.
Oh man, you're taking a beating.
Oh,
How dare you?
with a flick of the wrist.
With a flick of the wrist, another 3 hit points.
So, I thought he was incapacitated.
Okay. And then, although none of you can see this, there's a splash from outside as the dog, seeing the halfling in the water,
Oh my God.
goes and then launches into the air and into the water.
Oh, God.
And you hear some
Love it.
Good boy.
You make that
boys?
dying so happy. Like,
that really hurt. Upstairs, a board is wrenched off the roof. Wrenched off the roof. And that's all that happens.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's all that happens. There's also some shouting and some commotion from outside, some voices in the distance. Okay, Reaf, you're on.
Okay, I think it'd be as soon as I feel that knife stabbing through me, I think Reef's just pissed off at the team. So she just like looks at Ātukaan and is just like, "Great, thanks for that." She hears the creak of the roof and she immediately runs outside of the room.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's gonna like do a double dash and she's gonna use her next action to run at the back of the. She wants to scale the back of the building, but
Okay.
just so that she's not in.
Yeah, I understand
firing range.
completely. Great.
Yeah.
Excellent. So you can make an athletics roll to see how much you can climb. Man, what's with these terrible rolls?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
11.
Well, it's not falling.
Yeah.
It's more than 10.
Great.
Right. So you make some distance, but you're not at the top.
Alright. Yeah. Fair. Totally.
Wezley.
Wesley's pressed up against this window looking for this woman, and then he hears a creaking up there. And then, so he turns there and can he see anything?
No, this person is clever enough that they've ripped it off. Exactly.
Who's in here? Who's in here?
knock, knock.
And so,
Just roof inspection.
I'm here to install some big bats.
and so Wezley wants to stand over his Lord Father, and he wants to like charge up he wants blue energy to kind of surround his hands as he's charging up, totally dead, ready to bang some bothersome baddies' heads in.
Okay, so let's say that your initiative order is now gone to the end.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so if you see someone, you can attack. And right?
Yeah.
Yep, you're ready to go. Mihan.
Mihan looks down the stairs, and I want to go for an Eldritch Blast for the guy who's been embedded. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you got Ātukaan in the way, and you got a bed in the way. Give it a go.
I'll hit the bed, hopefully. But with advantage?
Advantage.
Oh, 4. Oh, get something better. So, that's a 1.
You take the better one, right?
But I take the better one, so I take the 4 plus 5 equals 9.
It's not so bad that you hit
That's
Ātukaan.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
but
not
I
that
just
bad.
splinter something like the
Yeah,
bed.
yeah.
Mine needs to go in there.
The
Yeah.
bed,
Is
the
the
bed
bed
is
destroyed?
and a whole bunch of fluff. Goes wool gets explodes everywhere.
And
Oh, lady, easy when you blow that thing, eh?
hey, sorry. Move away next time, okay? Move away.
Ātukaan.
That's me.
Ātukaan looks at this guy and he doesn't really want to kill him. He's like, my friend, I bought you your bed. I think it's past your bedtime. Night, night. Bah! And then just like, and then just with the end
Okay.
of his sword, just wants to.
Okay, you want to try and
sleep.
knock him out?
Yes, please. Come on. 14 plus 2, 16.
Yeah. Kaboom.
Boom.
Actually, at advantage because the bed has locked him in place.
13.
Same thing.
15.
Okay, look,
Yeah.
this isn't a weapon,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
it does 1 to 2. So same thing as before. Roll it any old dice.
Okay.
Odds is 1, evens is 2.
What's that say? Is that a natural 20 down there?
Oh, yes, surely. Oh, I can't see.
Oh, it's a 19. That was a odd one.
1. So plus your strength, and actually it knocks him out.
Nice! And then Ātukaan says, oh, wait, before you go to sleep, let me say your karakia. Thank you, Moketi, for this. Amen. Bye-bye. Sweet. And then, and then he turns around.
Out.
Can
He's
he,
unconscious.
Can you run up towards, do I still have time to?
You still have movement.
Sweet. Yep. I'll move up to the stairs.
Back into
the room, please.
the upstairs cramped room, and you appear back upstairs. Wezley, a woman's face appears, a hooded woman appears at with a bow, peers over and shoot for your father.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
Naughty.
So you were
Okay.
waiting.
Yeah.
Let's do a speed check.
Oh, yeah.
Dexterity.
Versus.
Yeah. Roll your initiative duty.
All right. You just call me Doody.
Yeah, duty.
14.
14. She's pretty fast.
Uh-oh.
She got a 15.
Can I throw my protection in there, or is that too late?
Too late.
Because as I'm in there, like I
You're
said,
not close enough.
perceptive-wise, do I see him?
You have to be right next to them for the perception to work.
Damn.
Sure.
I think there's a lot of times I think you can like find out someone else's turn and you'll be like, oh wait, can I do that?
Yeah.
So you wanted to, so you've gone, so you're basically saying that you would have moved in right next to you're saying you would have moved right next to the king, the Lord. That's what you're saying.
I wouldn't move. I would just be more like. I think I'd be at heightened awareness.
Okay.
And
Well, I'll tell you what,
And
sure.
noticing that there's a hole in the roof.
Okay.
You're-
Yeah.
right?
Fine.
That's very kind.
So they get. So you don't have to roll anything. It means that they have disadvantage.
Okay.
On the attack. The arrow comes for Lord Walthonia. Disadvantage still hits. And the arrow
Oh, sneaky.
sneak attack
no.
and catches him right in the nape of the neck
Oh,
and,
bro.
and
Bro.
pins him to the floor.
Bro.
That's a bad one.
That's not good at all. Totally undead.
As this arrow flies past Wezley, he's like reaching around and then.
Ooh, great timing, guys. That was really nice.
Good
Very
timing.
good.
You roll.
And fails, so roll damage.
Oh, yes. Has this person taken damage?
No.
In that case, it's just a little baby bell.
Ding.
4.
You hear a grunt. Above.
But as that bell's already chimed, he's looking down at his little father and he goes, "No!"
Mihan.
It goes to the back.
Oh yeah. Back to the beginning.
Yeah.
Back to the beginning.
Yeah.
You guys don't know. I'm not going to say what's happening outside with the others. So we're just straight back to you.
Yep.
Yep.
Great.
Reaf.
My plan is to scale.
Yes.
Would I have gotten up the building in time, do you think? Do you want me to roll for
Quite
it?
possibly. You need so are you trying to do this stealthily?
Yes.
So then make your stealth roll
Okay.
and athletics roll. You need to make 2 rolls.
What's 6 plus 9?
15.
That's my stealth. And 13 plus 5.
Okay, you get to the top. She has if she knows you're there, she's a really good actor.
And is she in?
She's on
this-
top of the roof.
Oh, so she's not the one who came into the room already.
No. So what she's done is she's ripped off a little piece, one of the boards, one of the
Yeah.
roof boards,
And is she arrowed?
and she's gone over the hole, and then pulled back and is holding a bow in one hand and her head in the other, and her back is to you.
Great. Do I have enough time to get up and attack, or just get up?
You can. I will assume that you're up.
Okay, great. Great. I have pulled my rapier, and I'm gonna creep over to her, and I just want to slice at her Achilles.
Yep, fine. It's a small roof. It's only like from you to me, so it's like it's only 5 feet away from
Do it
her.
on Vahid right now. Show us.
Please demonstrate. Where on Vahid would you like to get?
Sneak attack. She has no idea you're there. You get advantage on your attack.
Oh, you nasty lady.
Yeah, get him. Get him.
Do I need advantage? That was a 20.
Yeah!
But let's
Yeah,
just see if I
double-
get another one for fun. It was a 1. So let's go with 20, I think. Great, so sneak attack damage.
Now, this is where rogues are just killers.
This is the man.
So the rapier is a D8.
Great.
Your sneak attack's a D6, but you double both of them.
Oh, you just chopped off
So
2
you
of their
get
legs.
2 D8 and 2 D6.
Oh my god.
Plus 5.
9.
No, 6.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Now 2d6.
What the heck are you doing?
I mean, I'll just add that one if we want. What is it? 9?
That's 14.
14. And then I rolled.
Roll that again.
Oh my god.
That's 20.
20 plus your your
5,
attack.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
God.
What, 26.
Only plus your.
Plus 3?
Yeah, plus 3.
Yeah, so 20.
So, or just plus 1, once, not twice.
Just once.
Okay, great. It's 23.
Yeah, look, she's dead.
Just on your ankle, she instantly bled out her ankle.
It's the worst headache ever.
I'm thinking that when I sliced her, she like
God.
fell through.
Yeah, falls
Right,
through,
yeah.
and then she
Lands in the
Domed her
middle.
head.
lands in the midst of the floor. Kaboosh! Lands in the middle of the floor, and she is DEAD. Gone Naronies.
Dead on arrival. Look at that. It's like divine intervention as Ātukaan looks up. Does he see
No.
Reef's will? Huh?
Not yet.
This looks like familiar work. Can Ātukaan kind of when I've used up all of my healing powers, I haven't yet.
How much did you give to Wezley?
I gave 10.
And you get 10.
Really?
5 times your level.
Okay. So can I kneel down and try and
Sorry, stop.
get it
Try to stop him.
the blood from?
That's a medicine roll.
Okay. I'm quite fluent in that. Yes. 18 plus 4.
Oh
22.
My goodness.
Is that okay?
He's like, this is not the plan.
All right.
God just lays his hand on.
And you can stop the bleeding.
Wezley kind of pushes himself in front of Ātukaan and his father, and then he was about to try and preserve his father's life using his own magic, but maybe senses that Ātukaan has already done so,
Yeah.
and so that he doesn't need to.
So your father is, it's a terrible, terrible wound. Ātukaan has bandaged it, but he coughs and spits some blood out of his mouth, and he is conscious, but only just.
Can Mihan look out the window to see if there's any other threats about to invade the room?
Okay, you look out the window. You look out the window. You can see Brex on the other side, just kind of looking around, sniffing, and shakes the water off a second time.
Oh, who let that dog out? Oh.
And you see a whole bunch of, you see some people are converging, and Essel
Oh.
and Ātukaan. Ātukaan are at their
What is the name?
are at the head of them as they and there's about 8 of them are moving forward. They've got blades drawn, other than Essel, and they're moving towards looking around, scanning the area.
Mihan hides behind the window. She ducks down and she goes, It's the man with the skirt and the blonde witch and
Ātukaan
the Bakken. What?
and Essel.
And yeah, Nestle. Yeah, that one.
Are they here for us or?
I have a feeling that. Hey, remember when your dad told you not to let anyone know that he was in town? Maybe people know now. And I think your dad has some enemies.
Yes, I'm beginning to learn the extent of that.
Reef, you're on the roof.
Since we're in the market of wishing we did something on our turn,
Okay. I love this negotiation. You're a good negotiator.
I'm just a little bit of a little shit. Can I make a request that I grabbed the assassin's arrows and bows before she fell?
Okay, so she pushed down and you wanted to have gone, I'll take those. Well, do you have make a sleight of hand roll?
Great.
All right.
25.
Okay, first of all, the arrow doesn't fit through the bow doesn't fit through the hole, right? It clangs against it like the hole is a slot,
Makes sense.
right?
Yeah.
And she's holding it, and it goes across the angle, and you just grab the arrows out as she falls past, and the bow's sliding down. You pick up the bow, you now have a bow and arrow.
Wow.
Very elegantly
Thank you
done.
very much. Since it was already there, Reaf is going to load up the bow, and she's just like, she's quite far back so that she doesn't want to be seen, but her plan is to venture over the hole, and as soon as she sees Wezley's father, she's going to release.
God.
Okay.
So she's loaded it up, and she's just ever so slightly moving towards, but being very stealthy about it.
Okay. Stealth.
14.
What are your? This is when we actually use passive perception. So how that works is
Ātukaan was already kind of looking up.
you were looking up, so
I
you
was
can
looking out the
actually.
window.
It was divine intervention.
So let me see. So the way passive perception works is it is 8 plus your proficiency plus your perception modifier. So that's for you guys. It's 10 plus your perception modifier. So what's your passive perception then?
11.
You don't hear anything?
13. So wait, no, I'm 11.
11, and what'd you get? Well, let's see.
Plus 3.
So it's 10. It's 10 plus 3, right?
10 plus 3.
13.
So 13. She got a 14.
Ah, dang.
Really?
Oh.
Just there?
You're so close.
Rude.
That's you, because you were looking up. You're the only one that actually can make a perception roll. The other two have to use passive, but you can make a perception roll if you want.
Come on. Give me something.
Yummy.
Native one.
Native?
Yeah. Native one. Dang it.
Hey,
Yeah, I don't-
all right, you were looking up. There's nothing there. Nothing there.
Nope.
Oh, he's just like, oh man,
the
Mugeti
stars
works
look
in
great.
mysterious ways.
It's
I really like this.
perfect cover.
And
Oh.
so in
I respect you.
the and Ātukaan's voice calls out and says, Lord Walthonia, Wezley, are you alive?
Wezley will go out to treat with Ātukaan.
Okay, so what are you guys doing in the room? So you wanted to head downstairs. What are you guys doing?
I would like to stay in the room with the wealthy man.
I'd like to lift him up because he's probably on the floor.
Uh-huh.
There, and you want to put him onto the bed.
Okay, so you're lifting him up on the bed. What do you? So let's just go back to Mihan for a second. Okay, you're staying in the room with the wealthy man.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Well, I just wanted to see what's in his pockets while his son goes.
All right. So
Well, hopefully without Ātukaan looking, so he's like, wow, yes, that is weird how Mugeti works in mysterious ways. And she's looting him.
well, the easiest way is probably to help Ātukaan lift
Yeah,
this poor
of
man.
course.
And then as we lift him, we realize there is no bed because we kicked it down the stairs.
There's a table over there. Oh, they're over there. Oh.
Okay.
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 And as I'm
Sleight of
holding
hand.
his hips and his, let's see what the sleight of hand does. Oh, not really. Well, 9.
9. I'm sorry.
She's like, oh,
Ātukaan looks like, wait, are you trying to fill him up or fill your own
I'm
pocket?
just trying to get a better grip on him because
Yeah, okay.
I'm not very strong.
Okay.
Anyway,
Just
go
keep your
over-
hands outside of his pants, please.
Okay, okay.
And then you like,
Oh, boom, boom.
there you go, your lordship. I'm so sorry.
So, did he get hit already by?
No. We're about to do that.
Oh God!
And then Reaf quietly.
And before I did this, of course, because I have a new little vial of poison on my chest that I happened to got from a two-headed friend of mine,
Oh yeah.
and I've
Snap.
doused the end of the bow. I loaded it up. You get what you deserve, sir.
And you guys hear the little voice.
Hey.
You hear her say, "You get what you deserve," and you shoot. Now, only because you spoke means that Ātukaan will be able to use his protection reaction.
Oh, don't punish Flavor. What?
You don't think?
I don't know about
You don't
that.
think
I mean, I
so?
wouldn't have been like, yeah,
Oh, and the stealth roll was better. Okay, fine, that's fine.
Come on!
No, I think you're right.
Okay.
Oh,
hey, look out of mine.
Make your roll a sneak attack. You get to roll at advantage.
Okay. Oh, and since we moved the body, okay, no matter.
What? 24.
24. His armor class in this current state
my God.
is 10. Sneak attack.
Okay, so that was with a
Short bow.
Which
so it's
is
a
a-
D6
D6.
plus. So it's 2d6 because you got sneak attack in there.
It's a 6.
as we
It's a
put him
Steven.
on the table,
Steven.
suddenly, oh my God!
An arrow goes into him
And
from above.
To finish my move, after my action, I'm going to dump it and run off the building into the water.
Run, kerspoosh! Well, guys,
Was that your Mugeti that did that?
Ātukaan can't believe it. He just as he was just looking deep into the optics of this man's life, an arrow just shot him, and then he saw life move out of his eyes, and he goes, where did that come from? I thought we got rid of it. And looks at the woman on the floor and realizes that she isn't carrying any weapons, and he makes note of that.
okay. Wezley, you've just gone down the stairs,
Oh no.
and you hear some commotion from upstairs. But what you doing, buddy?
Who was it that called? So someone called out. Is that right? Ātukaan?
Ātukaan called out.
Okay. Yeah. Wezley's not sure if Ātukaan's trustworthy at the moment. Everyone's a potential enemy right now. The only person he vaguely trusts is Ātukaan. But he's up there. So if Wezley's down here, he wants to. Where is Ātukaan? Can he see
Okay.
where Ātukaan
Yeah,
is
yeah,
as
sure.
well?
So Ātukaan and Essel and the people that he's with. And you notice that he is pulling that one of the people that he's got is DeAndre.
Ah, interesting.
He's got DeAndre, and DeAndre has been tied up. And they walk across. We see the map here. See they walk across to the bridge and over towards you. And Ātukaan says, "Your Lord Father, is he okay?"
He's upstairs. We resisted an attack.
Well done.
I presume at the hands of this man, and he points at DeAndre.
Yes. DeAndre doesn't say anything. Yes, indeed. Yes.
And then Wezley looks at the eyes of Ātukaan and says, "You have done well by my Lord Father and me and all of our name, that you have brought this man to receive justice."
Okay. He turns to the, and it is at that point that you hear a splash on the other side of the building. Which way did you jump off, Reaf?
The back.
Off the back. Meanwhile, back upstairs.
I don't want to tell him.
Ātukaan doesn't. He wants to try and do lay on hands, and but in his mind, is it even going to work? He tries to find some material, just to kind of stop the bleeding. Yeah.
I think taking an arrow in the neck and then one in the chest
Pretty hardcore, huh?
without some like some serious healing magic. He's coughing and spluttering. He's gonna be gone any moment.
Do we see like, because it's got the venom, right, from the dog? So do we see it like kind of manifesting on his skin from there already? So like
Oh
it
no,
looks familiar.
She doesn't use Reef's poison.
I did use the dog's poison.
Yeah, the
dogs.
saliva. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, right.
So we see it, and I think Mihan recognizes that. She says, "Oh, Ātukaan, I don't think it will work." And she points over at his chest, and it's looking like his leg where the dog bit him before. They got him.
Ātukaan recognizes it. Can he make a medicine roll just to see if he knows, can identify just a little bit? See if he recognizes. No,
Nope, that's all.
forget about it. That's a natural one.
Native one.
Yeah. But he's definitely sure it's poison because it's reacting differently with this.
Oh,
And also, you don't have any magic. There's nothing you can do about this, I'm
we
afraid, unless
finished the vial, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah. Ātukaan kind of has just looks up at the hole in the ceiling, and he can't shake a feeling off. So he's just got to keep quiet about it. But he just kind of looks down at Lord Walthonia and then just kind of closes his eyes. Is he still alive? Or he's pretty much gone, eh? Okay, sweet. Closes his eyes, and then just says a quiet karakia.
As you speak this karakia, Mihan pops downstairs for a little, like somberly,
okay.
and she clears her throat and behind Wezley. Wezley.
Wezley, I guess, is finishing this conversation with Ātukaan, and he says, perhaps he should make a nice prisoner, or some such.
Wezley. Come upstairs, my boy. Come to me.
Have you seen my sister?
I have not seen. Is your sister here? Oh yeah, she was here by the bed.
I'm sure of it.
But Wezley, your father took another attack. Come upstairs.
And then Wezley will He will look at Ātukaan and he'll kind of come back into the room and he kind of closes the door and he says, "What are you talking about?"
We were trying to put him on the table, but someone was still up there. Someone shot your father again.
Wait,
I'm so sorry. We
Why are
did.
you
We did
sorry?
not.
What are you
We did not know. We don't. Come upstairs. You.
Wezley will go upstairs.
Yeah. Look.
As you come upstairs, Ātukaan has just pulled out the arrow and looks up at Wezley. I'm so sorry, Wezley. We couldn't save him.
Yeah, don't get me sorry. And then Wezley will go over the body and he will try and use Spear the Dying on the form of his father. And then he begins like turning an imaginary wheel and just trying to like wind it back. And he's focusing as hard as he can.
Wezley, look at his chest.
But I'm guessing that the wheel is jammed as he is trying to turn it, and he kind of fights at it, and he kind of really just tries to make it move, and it's not moving. And come on, Wezley, you're a smart boy. Come on, it's not working.
Ātukaan.
Get out of the room! I need silence. Leave!
Oh. Mihan leaves.
As you wish.
And then Wezley will just try and use his magic as best as he can to try and save his father, but that's not working, and so he's just gonna start smacking his chest. And then he will try and use healing word on him to try and like inject some life into him, and I presume that does nothing.
It's too late. If you had been in the room, perhaps.
And then, Wezley will kind of sit at the form of his father and then just like gently lower his head. Oh.
And behind you, in the room behind, Ātukaan opens the door, and catches the look on your faces, on Mihan and Ātukaan's faces, and can see that something is wrong. And so he pushes past the bed, goes up the stairs, opens the door, sees the sight before him. Goes over to the figure of Lord Walthonia, takes his hand. On his hand, there's a ring. And Ātukaan removes the ring, says, "Wezley, your hand. Wezley, your hand. Wezley."
What?
Wezley, your hand.
Okay. And Wezley will kind of
And he puts a ring on your finger. I won't put it on. It's stuck.
Wedding ring.
Wedding ring.
It is my wedding ring.
Actually, mine.
You are now
I just
married.
married you.
How do we tell his wife? Oh my god.
I know.
and places
This is very serious.
and places the ring of the crest of your family upon your hand.
And then Wezley goes, "No. I can't without my father's approval. I can't wear this. Not until my father approves Not until he tells me that I'm worthy. Not before that.
He grabs your collar roughly and says, and wrenches you to face him. And says, I know this is a hard moment for you, but there is much at stake. And he shakes you, says, open your eyes, boy.
Okay.
Your family, our nation is in danger. You have to man up.
I think that phrase kind of like chimes in Wezley's ear like some kind of like bitter peal.
I bet it does.
And then it just kind of makes him like. You know, my sister would be much better at that.
And let's just follow your sister for a second, shall we? In the water. What are you doing, Reaf?
Well, while this is going down, my plan was to swim under the house and put my dart back in. And I wanted to slowly make my way over to the edge. My plan was to come all the way over to the other side of this house and drag the remains of this body. And I want to get up on this side and just go and join my dog and walk him towards where the action is going.
Okay.
So I'd like to stealthily swim to the other side and try and get up without no one noticing me.
Okay, thank you. That sounds like a stealth roll, doesn't it?
It does sound like a stealth roll.
What is it? What is it?
How stealthy.
8.
Oh, is that a 1? No, you
It
didn't.
was a 2.
A 2. All right, excellent. Thank you so much. You're seen as you climb aboard the plank. The planks. You are seen by Essel, who's
Oh my God, Esau!
who's on the other side with all their troops and things over there.
I think I get up and I make instant eye contact with her and I just say,
A small flicker of a smile goes on one side, and she turns her head away from you and looks inside as if she's bored.
Your girl got your back.
or does she? She's great, but I like that about her.
And then the dog looks at you and growls.
And then I put the body back up
Okay. And then your intention is
to try and put it back on the lead.
Yeah, you just let go of the rope. The rope is still hanging off.
No. Well, I'm going to tentatively try and pick the rope up.
Growls again.
And then I growl back.
You want to do an animal handling roll for me?
Yep.
The dice are naughty today.
It's an 8.
An 8. The dog is quite happy sitting there at the moment. Thank you.
Okay, great. I will walk past the dog and
And rejoin inconspicuously as if nothing happened from the back. Is that what I hear is going on?
And I would like just as many witnesses kind of around here to see me go around, you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, oh, hey, daughter, it's Reaf. I'm Reaf. I'm just coming in. What's going on? That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I'd like to make my way out.
And you make your way up, and we find you in the room as well. All of you, the 4 of you, Ātukaan and the now dead remains of the previous Lord Walthonia, lying dead now because of Ātukaan's kind of help, is kind of looking a bit more dignified in his demise.
When Reaf enters, Mihan wants to just look at her. Reaf, why are you all wet?
The halfling got me. What happened?
He's dead.
Who? Sorry. Who?
What? Your father? That's what you call him? Or
Killer got him through the roof and then got away.
I thought you were going to protect him.
I was trying to. We were all trying to.
He did his best.
You okay, Wezley? I think that Reaf had this intention of kind of going up the stairs and feeling quite powerful, looking over the body, but as soon as she sees Wezley's face, she instantly feels this like deathly guilt just like fuel her body. She just feels sweat hot and she just, I can't look at this. She just storms back down.
And down, as you storm down the room, you notice that some guards have got DeAndre tied up downstairs. You just kind of went past before on your determination to get upstairs, but downstairs, in the downstairs, DeAndre is tied and gagged and is held by soldiers. Anything happening upstairs?
There's still another dead body there, right? Not Walthonian, but
Yes, there's the assassin.
Mihan knows it's inappropriate, but I want to see what she has.
Okay. It's
Like while everyone's focused on Walthonian.
okay. She's got a purse, a bag, a money bag.
Okay, I'll swipe that.
She's got a dagger.
I've already got one, unless it's prettier than mine. What color is it?
It's it's black leather bound. It's very sharp. It's probably a better dagger than yours.
All right, I'll swap it. Yeah. A dagger, so it's pretty black leather brand. Yeah. When they first attacked, did you mention that they had some crests as a symbol?
I did mention a symbol.
Yeah?
I did mention a symbol, yes.
Mihan wants to take note of the symbol. I don't think she's seen it before, but
Okay.
hopefully later, if she sees it again, she'll
Sure.
recognize
Okay.
it.
I can describe what that symbol is because you've seen it on the rapier. You saw in the rapier of Shuck's rapier. At the end of the blade, sorry, not the tip of the blade, the base of the blade, stamped into the metal was the same symbol.
Oh, yes.
It's kind of like a P. That's an easy way to imagine a V that's been put on its side, right? With a line down it so that it doesn't completely close it off. It's like this. Yeah, you dig it?
Yep.
And then above the V, there's one dot.
Above the V, there's one dot.
You dig it? So if I draw it in the air, from your perspective, not my perspective.
Like that?
Okay.
Ish?
Yes, that's right. So a V
V.
with a line that doesn't close it off. And then above the V, one dot.
One dot. Yep. All right. Got it. How many gold pieces is that? Or money? Any?
So you're going to surreptitiously try to count the money?
Actually, no. You know what? That's too inappropriate, I think. She'll just count it later. Count later.
Ātukaan make note. He kind of sees what Mihan is doing.
Well, it depends. If she wants to make it hidden, then she might be able to have it that you don't see it. But what's your thinking?
I just notice it, but I kind of don't say anything.
All right.
In a way.
Bystander. Okay.
Yeah. And then Ātukaan is kind of still fiddling around with the arrow in his hand, and he kind of wants to sniff at it a little bit.
To see if you can get any familiar scent? Yeah, sure. I'll allow you to either make a medicine or an investigation roll, whichever you're best at.
Oh, come on. 4 plus
I'm sorry, buddy.
4.
Yeah, you can't tell anything.
He snaps off the head then, and he just pockets the head for another time. Yeah, as this is kind of going on, he kind of rests his hand on Wesley's shoulder and says, I sincerely apologize, my friend. We were unable to save the life of your father.
Whoever attacked your father, they are associated with this symbol. Ātukaan, you know this.
He looks at it and he says, your sister, where's she gone?
My sister.
Your sister. Okay, no, you need to. Reaf! Reaf, come!
Speaking of,
Yes, downstairs.
when Reaf gets downstairs, I think she's seen Ātukaan, right? And as soon as she sees Ātukaan, she just gets like,
So Ātukaan was upstairs with
oh,
the
sorry,
body.
DeAndre.
DeAndre down there.
She just gets flashes, and she feels hate for him, but I actually think it's more hate for herself, and she's on a destructive path. And she looks at him and what he's surrounded by, and she says, he's a prisoner, he's not a slave. And she grabs, like, she just goes back in the kitchen. She tries to find like a bottle of, like, you know, ale, water. Is there one there?
Yeah, yeah.
She thinks about it, she takes a breath, and she grabs the rest of her dog's poison and she tips it inside the bottle of ale, and she puts it back. She walks back out, she goes, "Move, give the man a drink." And then she lifts down his muzzle,
Okay.
and then he just goes, "Drink, my friend,
Okay.
you'll feel better."
Okay.
Oh my God.
And he goes,
And then she just quickly grabs the gag back over and she just stares at him in the eyes. "I know what you did. I know you've been hiding it from me. You'll be hiding it in your grave now." Taps him on the shoulder.
and he starts coughing. Essel comes in from behind and says, "What's going on?" And one of the guards says, "Oh, she just gave the prisoner some water."
"You look thirsty, Essel. Oh my God. Are you a bit thirsty?"
No.
Wise choice. She throws the bottle behind her and she walks back up the stairs.
Upstairs. Once you get upstairs, Ātukaan pulls a chair out, says, "My lord," puts a hand on your shoulder, Wezley, and says, "Have a seat."
Wezley will find his way to a chair. Is Reaf in the room now?
Reaf has come back just as you're sitting down. And then Mihan says to Ātukaan, "Have you seen this symbol?" Right? You know the symbol, and shows it. And says, "Yes. Let me tell a little bit of, let me explain why I asked you to work for me in the very beginning. Let us start there. And it involves this symbol, and it involves your family."
As this sort of begins, Wezley kind of looks over to his sister, and he kind of like beckons her towards him.
I don't think Reaf can make eye contact with Wezley. I think she knows that it's happened. I think she can sense it out the corner of her eye, but she can't look at him. She just stands there.
Reaf,
What, Wezley?
could you come to my side?
Oh, shit. Oh, man, I reckon like Reef's boots feel mighty heavy right now. She just kind of like saunters. She knows that if she doesn't move, she'll probably look more guilty than she feels. So she just like slowly skids across the room to Wezley's side.
As soon as she's within reach, he grabs her arm and he kind of leads his head against her arm. And then once he makes contact with Reaf, he slowly goes.
Oh. Thank you, sister. Oh.
And
I'm sorry. I just needed just a moment. Ātukaan, you were saying.
he says, this symbol is a symbol of Vordun. And we'll hear more about that after the 10-minute break.
Love it. Oh my
Someone's on a war rampage.
God.
I
What a-
told you what I came to the
love
place
it.
to do.
Love it.
What a
Guys,
scene.
Got such mix.
We're going to come back in 10 minutes. Have a wonderful break. We'll see you in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Catch you soon.
See you later.
Hey there, fellow adventurers. Want to dive deeper into the world of Dice Legends? Join our incredible Patreon community. We have 3 tiers for different levels of involvement. First, our official Patreon tier is perfect for supporting the show without breaking the bank. Get news about the show and gifts of art and music. Next, our Lore Legends tier is for those craving hidden tales and untold secrets. Get unlimited access to our exclusive and constantly expanding lore document, as well as behind-the-scenes content. Finally, our World Builder tier offers the ultimate Dice Legends experience. As well as all the news and gifts and lore, you get to collaborate with us, contribute ideas, and see your creations come to life in future episodes. To choose the tier that suits you best, head over to our Patreon page now, linked below, and level up your Dice Legends experience.
they did. There.
All right, we're back.
Hello.
Hope you had a good break. Wow.
All right.
Okay.
Testing the chunky boy. And
Does
the
it even
dice
fit?
Are
tower.
these yours?
It doesn't go through.
No. I believe in you.
All right. Hope everyone had a great break. I'm comfy, I'm cozy, I've settled myself.
That's important.
Up in the cozy.
Comfy and cozy, calm and collected.
Let's get back into this narrative.
Do let.
Oh, sorry, that was a.
Spicy stuff.
It was so primal.
It felt primal.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I respect that.
So, where we left you is upstairs in this cramped bedroom with two bodies. The body of an assassin and the body of the former lord of Walthonia. And huddled in this small space, we have the imposing figure of Ātukaan, the diminutive figure of Mihan, the grieving, crumpled form of Wezley, sitting next to his father's form, holding onto his sister's arm, shaking with sobs, and we have the very guilty-looking Reaf towering above them all. And finally, there is the scarred face of Ātukaan, the head of the family, the Ātukaan family, who is holding this insignia, saying this is the symbol of Vordun. And your family, Lord Walthonia, is connected with it. But let me start some months ago. There is a powerful seer in this town. Azura is her name, Azura, and she's gifted at foretelling. She's one of the few magic casters in this city. I consult her from time to time. And a couple of months ago, when consulting her, and perhaps I'm superstitious, I don't know. Anyway, her predictions are more often correct than not. And she said that there was a great danger coming. And she could tell that I was going to gather some disparate people together, and that it may help our kingdom. Well, this of course piqued my curiosity. We spent much time over weeks looking into her magic. And it became clear, your four faces became clear. So, not knowing what it meant, I knew the time had come when my sources saw Wezley entering the town. That the time had come to gather the four of you together. And so, you were all invited to help me, to render a service to me. It was not that long ago, but so much has happened since then. To get to the crux of it, there is an organization, this Vordun organization, that wished to undermine our nation entirely. We don't know what their intentions are, other than to completely subvert the crown and the most powerful families that support it. You will, of course, know that the three families that support King Talizo, who is, as you know, dying in his deathbed now, those three families that are the biggest support in our nation are the Walthonia family, the Hugar family, and the Lucilian family. Well, you can't trust the Lucilians as far as you can throw them. And the Hugars have more self-interest than I do. Whether or not the Vordun are attached to one of those families, I don't know. But of the lot, I trusted the Walthonians the most. I myself have worked for the crown as their agent in the city of Tidesafe for the last 23 years. The criminals that were sent against you at the very beginning, they were all lowlife in this city. Murderers, thieves. And because Azura had said that you were going to be potentially instrumental in helping our kingdom, I thought, well, you couldn't possibly die. And I wanted to test you out. So, I know, and he looks at you, Mihan, and he says, yes, my methods are not common. But I needed to see what you were capable of, and it got rid of some riffraff at the same time. But, sorry, back to our tale. We don't know much about Vordun, but, and he looks at you, Reaf, your friend was somehow connected to them. Your friend, Shuck, you called her. That's not her real name, but she was somehow connected to them.
Ree's ears just kind of sting at this fact, but she doesn't acknowledge him with words in any way.
She was, in front of your eyes, she was taken by me and interrogated, not in front of you, we interrogated her later. We didn't find much. Apparently she has a brother. She didn't share much, and so she was sent to Carceria, where she is still incarcerated.
Incarceria.
They both have the same root word. Carceria is a prison city, and thus is called what it is called. And he then pulls out something out of his pouch that he has carried with him. And it's the vial of black liquid. And he puts it on the table next to the Lord Walthonia's, and then thinks better of it and thinks that that's not an appropriate place, and says, they use this. This was gathered from a mine 8 years ago. The Vordun were trying to harvest this black ichor. That was the first that we discovered that there was some kind of plot which connects to you, I believe, Ātukaan. I believe you were there at that mine.
Ātukaan has a flash to that moment, and he knows exactly what Ātukaan is talking about. Yes, I'm very familiar with this place.
After you and Ronnie's mic's not plugged in.
And because he was whispering, but then he said a bit louder, yes, I'm very much familiar with this place. I'm also wondering how this got into the possession of the people we are speaking about.
After you and the Order of the Sun's Wrath, that's the order that you used to belong to, after you left that cave. And it became known in Centauro that this had happened. Troops were sent to clean up, but they discovered that others had gotten there first and were harvesting this black ichor liquid from the tree and the roots. When they were captured, some got away, some fell to the sword, but this is when we first heard of this organization, the Vordun. And all we know is that they're seeking the old ways, whatever that means. They're seeking the old ways.
Ātukaan looks at the black liquid, and then he just wants to, he reaches into his pouch and kind of looks down at the arrow, and he kind of makes a note of that moment, and he puts the arrow back.
And Ātukaan looks at you, Mihan, and says, I understand how the others fit into this picture. You, I don't know why Azura pictured your face, why your face came into her globe when we were consulting. I'm sure it will make sense at some point.
Mihan looks at this vial of black liquid that I'm assuming looks very familiar. And she shakes her head and she says, I think your Azura made a mistake. I should not be here. What can I give to this party but just some old lady advice, and that's about it.
You're an old lady with more people that with a body count that surpasses pretty much all of us combined.
Yeah, but that does not make me worthy of whatever this Azura seer is telling you about. But out of curiosity, like this, they are harvesting that from a tree in a mine? Is that what you said?
Harvested 8 years ago.
8 years, so...
This was collected.
Where is this place?
Ātukaan's going to tell you through you.
The town of Libor. Can we pull up, maybe if we can see if we can maybe find a map. When you've got it up, Jason, just let me know when you've got it.
It's a long time ago.
And after this was collected, all of the tree and all the roots were burnt.
Thank you, Ātukaan, for telling me.
It was a painful memory.
You got the map up? So Libor is a small village to the north of you. The capital city of Centauro is to the north of you, and just beyond that, at the foothills of the mountains where all the gold mines are, is this small coal mining town called Libor.
But to my knowledge, this liquid should not have existed. It's brought a lot of death.
It looks like very nasty, disgusting stuff. I don't understand why I am with you for this. I must be honest. But if it is required, and if I'm assuming you are not going to take away this bracelet from me and Wezley, I believe I will be your just some luggage, extra luggage for you, and I will see the sights with you.
I don't quite understand why I'm here either. Because if you thought we were all going to be heroes and look after the town, you've got the wrong people.
I'm not looking for heroes. I'm looking for... I'm in the spy business. Spies are not heroes.
I heard you use the word instrumento earlier before.
Yes.
I think you may have the word instrumental and expendable mixed up.
We are that as well.
My sword is laid down to serve the light. I do not serve men and their dark needs and greed for power. Ātukaan just kind of wants to stand up. It just kind of walks out He just wants to make his way outside, downstairs, and just.
And as you so, he says, but Ātukaan, the Vordun are planning to destroy the stability of this kingdom. Think how much pain and chaos and death that will bring.
Think of all the pain and death that's already here at our doorstep, and how long it's been going on. Don't you just tire sometimes of all the deaths? And then Ātukaan just keeps walking.
Okay, and you head
Just to clear his
downstairs.
head.
Okay, sure.
Well, do you want everyone to leave, Wezley?
Not everyone.
Yeah, right, I forgot you can't leave because you're attached.
Ātukaan, would you be able to see to these bracelets?
Oh, that too. Like, I am fine with that. If you.
I think we understand the test or the circumstances of what you needed to test, maybe, and perhaps mine and Mihan's participation in this prophecy. Perhaps we can work that out between us.
Sure. Yeah, but. I mean, this is also getting really annoying, this bracelet.
Is that?
He looks at the three of you that are still in the room, and he says, I can get Essel to remove the bracelet. What I want to be assured of for the survival of your family and of the kingdom of Arumia, I want to be assured that you will help in whatever way you can.
The protection of my family's name and honor is of highest import to me.
But not to her. That's why I fear, take off the bracelets, she will slink into the darkness.
I do not know what you are talking about. Slinking into the darkness. You talk about me like I am some sneaky, witchy old lady. Which I am not entirely. But I am interested in making sure that the kingdoms and the families do not get destroyed. Of course, I want to help as much as I can.
I see. And he looks at you, Reaf, and says, I don't know why the prophecy or the looking in this glasses foretelling showed your face until and then I remembered your connection with Shak.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't care about the kingdom nor his family.
But you care about Shak.
No, I
No.
don't anymore. You told me straight, so I don't really know why I should care.
Yes, but we don't know why she approached you, do we? We don't know why she singled you out. Don't you have even the littlest bit of curiosity? Don't you want to find out? See if anything can be done about it.
I need to go and talk to me dog.
I've given you all a lot to think about. When I ask a favor. Come visit me. When you've had your conversation, talk amongst yourselves, and come visit me. If you wish, I'm still a self-interested, self-absorbed, cruel man. But I direct those sharp points to protecting our kingdom. Have a talk. Come visit me. If you wish, I have some things to give you. And he then goes down the stairs and says, and DeAndre downstairs has much information that we can use to be able to find the link between the mercenaries and the Bordoons. Yes, he is the connection.
Ātukaan hears him saying that as he's making his way down the stairs, and just as he says that, he just sees this slumped body of dead
Froth and you can see the guards are going.
and the soldiers looking. Ātukaan sees him frothing, and he sees like smashed a vase. Ātukaan makes his way. He wants to make his way down and kind of almost look at the soldiers as if to say, "What happened to him?
He just died. I don't. They must be poison. That big woman gave him something to drink.
You mean the one that's standing upstairs right now?"
The same one.
Ātukaan doesn't think much of it, but he puts that piece of information into his head. Kind of almost doesn't want to believe that Reaf would do anything sinister, but yeah. Kind of almost picks up a piece of the glass from the vase. Kind of sniffs at it.
From the vial
So,
that you
yeah,
throw.
that he-
'Cause
In the water.
The water that smashed the vase. Did
The
you,
bottle.
Oh, the bottle?
Oh, I threw the bottle in the water. Sorry, bro.
Was it? Because you threw it behind you in the.
In the water.
Oh,
I was like, I threw it in the water so that it wouldn't, so no one would find it, so it wouldn't be incriminating. Sorry,
Okay.
bruv.
Then he
That's a
doesn't
good
find
thought, though. But he's got poison in his mouth.
Yeah.
He's got little bubbles coming out.
Kind of. He looks closely at it and then.
I'm sorry, your medicine rolls were so bad before, you still can't make any connection to it.
Oh, he doesn't. He just wants to make note of it is poison. So, and he wants to just make his way outside. He's still got a. Yeah.
Great. You walk past Essel. And Essel says, hello.
Hello, Essel.
Shall we walk?
Oh, yeah.
I just want to be by myself right now. If you don't mind, I apologize. I thank you for the offer, but
And she places a hand on your shoulder and says, I understand. Yeah. And you start walking.
thank you. Ātukaan walks around the corner. Kind of just wants to climb up to the roof.
You climb up to the roof, yeah?
Yeah. Just kind of sits there and just wants to inspect, like, just inspect the scene, the crime scene, I guess. Makes note of splatters of blood from Achilles being severed. Makes note of how does a killer kill somebody when they've just fallen through the roof without their weapon. Sees bow and arrow scattered there, makes note of that. And then he just kind of appears into the hole. Is the people still kind of in there?
Yeah.
And he kind of looks around.
Do we hear footprints?
I'm sure you guys hear him and see him looking down.
Is he on the roof?
It's just there. Just me. Don't worry. And then,
Wezley will kind of announce to everyone. He says, "My sister and I need some time."
Ātukaan walks backwards, bows, and says, my lord. And leaves and go. DeAndre's dead!
What?
What's so funny about that, sister?
I'm not laughing. I'm crying.
And you can hear Essel faintly said, yes. It was Reaf. I don't think she liked him very much. He says, and you hear, bring him with us. They need some time. And there's them scraping of, and they lift, and Ātukaan from on top, you can see that they leave the building, head across the spans, and leave the area, and the four of you are alone.
I would like to give you some time, but unfortunately, I cannot be more than 50 feet away from you. But I think what Debakan says. I think, and she looks. She also references to Ātukaan upstairs, up on the roof. It's like, I think there must be something important for us to do, huh?
Ātukaan jumps through the hole.
Boosh!
my.
Makes you guys sorry. I think before anything, I don't know about you, Wezley, but it is customary where I come from that when someone of importance passes, they should be laid to rest according to the customs of their people. So we will be here if you need help taking your father back.
Of course.
Thank you, Ātukaan.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Now, will you please both leave?
Yes, of course. I will be downstairs. Once you are done and once you are ready, I will be ready.
I appreciate that we are at each other's mercy, Mihan, and I will not take too much of your time.
Mihan leaves.
Ātukaan follows. And as Ātukaan follows out, just kind of almost nudges, Mihan says, I saw you look for things in the pocket of the assassin.
Yes, I did. Would you like a dagger?
No, I was just wondering, did you by any chance find any poison amongst?
No
bought-
poison, just a dagger and a couple of gold pieces. She can take this time to count them.
Okay. And then Ātukaan makes note of that and then keeps walking. We'll give them some time. I think they need some time together.
12 silver,
Nice.
3 gold.
Thank you.
And you're in the room. The 2 siblings.
God. Okay.
Let's see this.
Right, Wezley, I only came here because I was going to tell you that I was going to leave. So I'm going to go.
Where are you going to go?
Don't really know, somewhere maybe that like I'll be helpful. You know, somewhere. I don't know.
You've already been plenty helpful.
Don't say that. I'm just getting in everyone's way, I think. So I think I'm gonna go and see what I can do elsewhere as well. I need to be in the bigger paddock so I can let my dog run. I think he's scaring people. It's a fair call, he scares the shit out of me. Shit. How you feeling?
Reaf. Not exactly how I imagined it going. How did you think I would react to you killing my father?
Wezley, I wouldn't do that. I hated him, but I wouldn't.
You hated him enough to kill him.
Of course I wanted to kill him.
I didn't see you for a second in that whole skirmish. Do you think I don't know you? Do you think I'm some sort of clown? That there's nothing going on up here? Reaf, Cyril, do you really think that I wouldn't know that you killed my Lord Father because of how he treated you when we were growing up? There's a sweet 20 seconds that you're not accounted for, that the man you hated most dies. Don't insult my intelligence, Reaf. Now, shall we talk about the steps that we take now that my Lord Father is out of the equation.
Right.
What do you feel guilty, Reaf? Is that what this is? You feeling like you're unworthy now? Well, Reaf, I've got news for you. Maybe you weren't ever worthy in the first place, huh? And that's why you did it. Hmm?
Do you know what, Wezley? I was feeling guilty. But it wasn't because I killed him. It was because of you. That man was the most evil person I've ever met. He kept me in a shed my whole life. And you just stood around and watched. You never cared about me, ever.
Well,
You never stuck up for me. I wasn't even raised by him. You know who I was raised by and he died. I had no reason to stick around. My own mother couldn't even look at me because of that man. But I only felt bad because of your face. Because I know how much you loved him. And because I love you, even though you hated me my whole life.
no.
Well, I'm sorry I killed him. I did.
I didn't hate you. I never hated you.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't hate you. But I feared him. And he points at his father on the ground.
Because he was a hateful man.
He was, Reaf.
I don't know why you care so much about him. He treated you like garbage.
Yeah. He can't approve or disapprove of me anymore, and I have to let that go. You took that privilege away from both of us, so I have to adapt. You know, circumstances have changed. So best go with the flow, as they say.
Yeah,
You still?
I'm sorry, Wezley. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I didn't want to kill him. I'm sorry.
You had to. I understand it. And that's the last time you'll say sorry about it. Okay?
I didn't mean to. I'm just,
You did mean to.
Yeah, I did actually, yeah. I'm just not a good person. And I don't think I should be around people right now.
Oh, Reaf. I'm giving you the time that you're asking for.
I don't deserve it.
Oh.
I know, and it's annoying that I'm saying that because I'm going to make you try and forgive me, but I'm not.
No.
Trying to make you do anything.
No, I just feel like we're wasting time.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what to say anymore.
Well,
I feel weird that, and I didn't expect that, so I'm just confused.
Just do what you need to do, okay? Go sort yourself out, Reaf. And I'll be waiting here with Mihan and probably Ātukaan, although he'll need some talking to, I'm sure. When you've gone and sorted it out, and just remember, it's you feeling bad about this, not me. Okay, you're doing this to yourself, as, I don't know, probably some sort of self-punishment thing. I'm not going to armchair therapize you. But once you're all right, come back, and then we'll work out what to do next.
I think Reaf is utterly confused. I think she didn't expect this, and she really wanted to leave, but the forgiveness from Wezley is really churning her heartstrings very confusedly. And now she almost feels like if she'd leave, like that she'd feel worse leaving him by himself, especially when he's so easily forgiven. And she maybe thinks like, oh, she didn't quite realise how much Wezley loved her.
Is this news to you?
Wait, what? You're right. Well, what were you doing with the body?
I'll take care of this. Ātukaan said something about funerary rites or something about the customs of something. I'm sure he'll help. He'd probably love to do it.
Wezley, I think he knows something.
Does he?
I don't want them to know.
Okay, well, we can maybe work something out. I'll try and handle it.
I killed you, Andre. I can't walk down there.
Yeah, I think that one's obvious.
I've lost my touch. Look, I'm gonna.
I'm going to presume you wanted to be caught.
Actually, no. I thought
Oh, really?
I really genuinely thought I was gonna be sneaky about it, but it wasn't as.
No. I thought you were
know.
self-sabotaging. You felt guilty, so you wanted to be caught. No,
No,
sorry.
I was
No, I got
going
it
to
wrong.
blame it on someone else, but it just kind of got away from me. I thought Issel happened. Issel.
You do what you need to do. Is all I'm saying. And once you feel good about yourself, you come back.
Okay, I'll just go walk the dog around the block and just
Okay.
see how I feel.
Okay, great.
Wait, Wezley.
Oh gosh, what's coming? Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
I'm not going to say anything,
Okay.
but Reaf just pulls out this like little pearl from her pocket and she just goes, "Here, don't lose it." She walks out.
Is that the
It's the pearl that was from Shuck's bracelet.
the
one with the
power from the power
from the power
the
bracelet.
gray the black pearl.
The important one on the bracelet, whatever.
A random pearl.
Wezley, you can feel because of your training. This is not. It's not only just not a normal pearl. Not only is it a black pearl. This has power in it.
Thank you.
What did I
Wezley, when looking at it, it was definitely part of a necklace at some point. Has a drill hole in the midst of it.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
It is an old pearl. You can tell by the drill hole. It is not new. It has seen a lot of wear on whatever string it was strung.
I will be making some studies of that.
And then, is there anything in particular you two do? Like, so you head downstairs.
Yeah.
The dog is just kind of menacing everyone with its growls.
Yeah. I'm going to attempt to make another animal handling roll to try and take it for a walk.
Try to gain.
And it's trust.
So it's trust and control.
Oh, an 18?
It consents to being led by you.
Great. And I almost kind of feel led by it, but that's okay. Well, I pick it up and we go for a walk.
Okay, thank you. You other two, you've cleared out. DeAndre's the soldiers that were working with Ātukaan and Essel have cleared out. They've taken DeAndre's dead, clearly poisoned form. You're alone downstairs in DeAndre's house. Because Mihan, you're downstairs. Ātukaan, so yes, what's happening, guys?
I'm downstairs, yes. After knowing that DeAndre is dead and that he's supposed to have a lot of information for us, on the off chance that something's written down, she wants to look again through studies, through more ledgers, see if there's any mentions or like any things, any transactions to like Liber or like, any symbol, like if she finds the symbol, or she's just investigating, and she doesn't, and she'll make sure that Ātukaan doesn't try and put her down for it, because like make her feel guilty for it, blah blah blah, because the man's dead. So yeah.
And Ātukaan?
Ātukaan has been internalizing this whole scenario, unbeknownst to his comrades, is that when he loses a life under his watch, he takes that to heart immensely. So he's got the image of Walthonia, Lord Walthonia, going through his head as he was taking the arrow out of his mind goes to the arrow. He's just at this moment. He's now piecing things. He becomes quite critical in his time of being quite down. Starts piecing things together, kind of like a Scooby-Doo episode. And he would like to, or if he
Does he see Wezley come down the stairs? Maybe
Wesley's
or-
still up, but
Still up
but Reaf has come down, collected the dogs.
saw
Brett.
her. Doesn't say a word. But by the time she walks past, the whole puzzle pieces have collected together in a way, and he's very, very sure now. He's about maybe 99% sure that Reaf had something to do with it, and so he's fighting internal feelings of how he knows he's going to tell, but how does he tell Wezley this news? And if he does get the chance, that's the first thing he's going to blurt out.
Ātukaan, are you okay? Do you want to help me over here? You might find some important information.
No, I think I've got some information of my own. And then he wants to make his way up to Wezley, or wait until Wezley comes down as he just kind of sits on all of this.
Okay. So you'll wait for Wezley to come down, respectfully giving him the space he needs. Mihan, the door is open. The room is before you. You have time to go through, so go ahead and make your investigation roll.
Oh, come on, Ian. Which one am I gonna use? This one. 11 plus 4.
You're very
That's good.
good at it.
She got 4 eyes.
Good peepers.
Good peepers.
Now that you have some other things to be looking for,
Connections to library or
there is a small leather-bound book. It's only about the size of your hand, and it has very few pages in it. It's completely in. I remember I said before that a lot of it was in code.
Yeah.
They didn't, and this one is completely in code. But the symbol, this Vordun symbol, is present in it in 3 places. You can't read it. You have no idea what it says. But you have a small book.
a small book. And she's also got information from other like ledgers with code in it. So she's gonna try over some time to decode it, I suppose.
Okay, decoding will take some time.
Yes, unless there's something else in the room that like acts as a key to it.
Okay, so you're going to start looking for the cipher, the cipher to break. Well, the key to break the cipher.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, a 15 investigation does not get you that. I've given you what you've got.
That is fine. Anything linking to Liber?
I've given you what you've given.
That's it. All right. Okay. That's. I think she tries to get ready. She wants to go to Liber, but she has to wait.
Wezley, what are you doing, buddy?
I think he's alone with his father now, and he looks upon the form of his father and kind of looks at him and he thinks, you old dog. He definitely was afraid of him, and now he's seeing him dead. He's kind of stuck. He's let it go surprisingly quickly, and it's not quite how he thought this was all going to go. He was banking on his father's forgiveness. In fact, he feels like he kind of needed it. And so now that his father's dead, it's complicated things a little bit. And then he searches himself to see if he's sad about his father's death. And yeah, his father was there a lot, and it was complicated. And he thinks he's a bit sad, but... And Wezley decides that he will mourn him in his own way. That he'll see if the time comes. But for now, he's concerned with a lot else. But he thinks more of Reaf And he thinks about his mother. And he thinks about... And then he imagines for a second if his mother died. And then that kind of stings a bit. And he's like, oh. Like, that's a thought that he doesn't enjoy. But his mother might be the key to a sort of more... He needs to be officially back in the good graces of his family.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And so his mother might now be the key to that.
Sure.
But he's sure that he's going to be much more successful with Reaf. So, yeah.
Okay. Some time passes, and I will assume eventually you come down.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
From the room?
Yes.
Ātukaan. Eventually, Wezley, and it's late at night now. Reef's still out walking the dog. Mihan is going through the cipher. There's some candles and some lamps have been lit, and Wezley comes down the stairs. They creak, and he pushes over the. He creaks as they come down. Yeah.
Ātukaan braces himself for what he knows will be a tough conversation to have, but he looks over at Wezley and are you okay, my friend?
I am, well, I'm healthy and alive. And no small thanks to you, Ātukaan.
I was just at the right place at the right time. Speaking of people at the right place at right time, Ātukaan goes to look into Wezley's eyes and sees that he senses a grief, a pure sense of grief for his father. And Wezley, I need to talk to you about, and he can't, for some reason he just can't get it out.
Reaf is a formidable person, isn't she?
She is, but I was going to actually say that grief is a killer of all.
You're worried about my grief, Ātukaan? Well,
Yeah.
Thank you. That's kind.
Yeah. Yes, I think you need time for grief, to grieve.
Well, thank you.
And any inclination of wanting to tell you about Reaf just fades immediately. And he lets it go.
Wezley intently studies Ātukaan's face. He's like, what's going on here?
Ātukaan doesn't even know. But he sincerely just wishes you well. And
Reaf walks back in the room.
And Reaf comes back. The dog is there.
But I wonder if I can just sneak.
Sure. Yeah.
Just
Before Reaf comes
not
in.
anything too significant. Maybe it's too soon, Ātukaan, but I wanted to get your gauge on this whole prophecy thing.
Yeah, you're right. It is too soon.
Right.
I may need time. I just need time to reevaluate my thoughts.
Yes.
Muketi has given me a lot to think about. As for the so-called prophecy, I know this place very well. One day at a time. One day at a time. As sees Reaf come through, Ātukaan now just wants to go for a walk.
Can I just pause before you go? I come in and I look.
Oh my gosh.
Not food yet. I look towards Wezley and I look at Ātukaan and I say, I'm thinking in my mind, like, I don't trust Ātukaan. And I think that he would dob me in to anyone. And I think he suspects me. And I feel that he has a bit of power over me at the moment, and I don't necessarily want to go to like jail, and obviously the Lord's a big high up person. So yeah, she walks in. Ātukaan, you fought bravely, and I haven't been fair to you. Wezley respects you a lot, and I respect Wezley, so I do want to apologise for, trying to steal your shield. That wasn't kind, but, having a dog has made me really emotional. So I'm sorry. I hope you'll forgive me. I don't know if Reaf's even really apologised, so...
He's doing well.
It'd be a shame to lose you from the team. You're such a good fighter.
I admire your encouragement, Reaf. But I don't think it's I who you need to seek forgiveness to. And then Ātukaan just kind of walks out.
It walks into the night, and that is where we will finish our episode for today.
What does it mean? Where are they?
What is going on?
Okay.
Hey.
Wow. Thank you. That was a beautiful session, guys. Very dramatic. Thanks for joining us on our adventure, everyone.
Yeah.
Hey, look, if you're
I'm still deep in thought. I want it all me. All the transactions and the tilts and the.
Indeed. Alliances, schmalliances.
Oh my gosh, I feel like they're constantly shifting.
Constantly shifting. Yeah.
Very unpredictable.
Oh my
Thanks for joining us. If you have subscribed and followed us, thank you very much. If you haven't yet, please do so. We'd really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thanks to our Patreons. We really appreciate that. We want to spend a little bit of time giving some acknowledgement to our sponsors. Without our sponsors, without our Patreons, without our subscribers, our channel would not exist. And when you support our sponsors, you're actually supporting us. So, let's start with D20 Collective.
God. Yeah, they provide hella dice, and right now it's July, so they've got new dice, new limited quantity dice as well. So if they're gone, they're gone. So you better hop onto their website, check it out. While you're there, maybe consider subscribing to them, because every month you get free dice sets.
A new dice set.
A new dice set. No, sorry. I misspoke. Not free, sorry.
100% off.
New dice sets. Yes. So yeah, and if you would like a discount, then put in 10 legends into the voucher code little section thing at checkout.
And when you do use that code, D20 Collective know you do, and they know that our audience are going to their shop. So actually, it actually supports us when you use that code.
Yeah, so do it, please.
Let's talk about BD&D.
Yes, if discounts is also what you're after with BD&D, they've got, just arm yourself with the word Dice Legenz. And remember that, because you can get discounts on board games, on dices, on paints, Magic the Gathering cards, and much, much more. All information on D&D, you'll find it at BD&D.
We love them, we love them.
World Anvil is your go-to tool for creating the world setting of your TTRPGs and novels. I say this as an ardent lover of World Anvil myself. I really like their prompts that they use to get you to spark your creativity. And you can actually see all these other world settings that other people have made, which is really nice. When you need a bit of inspiration, you can look at other people's work and kind of see you actually get to be part of a big community of other creators. So it's really cool.
And just last week in our casual streams, we made some chase scene charts in World Anvil. And you can post them up, and then, for all future, we're in a ruin. We now have a chart that we made in World Anvil.
They've got really cool table generating tools.
Yeah, really cool.
That's awesome.
And Mon,
Yep. Oi, merch.
you want to talk about merch?
Merch next week.
Merch.
The Outcasts of Arumia merch will be in the store, and if you are a Patreon, you do get a discount. I'm really excited to see them. I hope you are. Keep an eye on the shop and be the first people to wear them. You guys are gonna look so cool.
You won't beat us though. But you might come just after us.
Hey guys, it's been really great hanging out. Thanks to our moderators, thanks to our tech team, thanks Kelly, thanks Jason, really appreciate it. And to you, beautiful four souls, thanks for hanging out with me for this today. It's
Beautiful
always
DM.
nice spending the time. And we'll catch you next week in Arumia.
I'll see you later.